Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a great day today. If you saw my post on Instagram the other day, I showed an eye look that I had created with the Betty Boop palette that we received in our October Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I'm just going to recreate that look so you guys can see how I did that look, and then you can be the judge of whether or not it's a good palette or not. But let me show you the colors again. These are the colors that were in the palette, not were. And you can see those shades. I mean, the layout of the scheme it's a little different than something that I've seen in other palettes. I have to say the shades can be very difficult to work with. Very difficult to work with. But we're just going to get into this look and see what happens. But what I want to say is the one big negative about this palette is that there's no mirror. This is like reflective, and I thought that there was a mirror under there, or it looked like there was a mirror under there, and it doesn't appear to be one. I've tried peeling this off, and maybe there is and I'm doing something wrong. And if you guys received this palette, let me know if I'm doing it wrong and if there really is a mirror under there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into the shades that I used. And the first shade that I used in the crease is this peachy shade. This is the only matte in the entire palette. So these shades do take quite a bit of work to build up. And I'm going to just dip in there and I'll show you what I mean. There's just a little bit coming off on the brush, and I am really pouncing on it, and there was like no kick up. See that? Very little coming off there. So I'm just gonna start working this into the crease. This is the first shade that I used. It takes quite a few passes to get to the shade that I want in the crease, and you can see I keep going back, and I'm still working on this one. The next shade I'm going to be applying is this deep purple one right here in the outer corner. And this is another one. You have to really rub into these to get them to pick up on the brush, and you can see there's like no fallout. So I'm just working this into the outer corner and up a bit into the crease. This one does work a little bit better than the other one, but it still takes work to get it to where I like it, and I think I picked up too much this time. Okay. That shade just made a liar out of me because now I have to blend it. The last time I used this, I did not have to blend it. I'm using my clean BH Cosmetics brush. I'm just going to blend this a little bit. Then on the lid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this shade right here, and I'll show you where I place it on the lid. Pat that in there. And I'm just going to place it on the lid. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this shade right here into like the inner third and on the inner corner. First, I'm going to put it on the inner third with this brush and then switch to a different brush for the inner corner. I'm going to switch to a different brush for the inner corner with that same shade, I'm using this tinier, smaller brush. And I'm going to pop that onto the inner corner. And bring it up just a little bit. Then on the lower lash line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this like purple shade right here and smudge along that lower lash line. I'm just going to go tap into that and you can see what that looks like. And I'm going to give it a good smudge. And also on that lower lash line, I am going to take a liner brush and use that first purple that I used in the outer corner and line a little bit below, like right on that lower lash line. If you guys hear my cat down here, that's my old lady talking to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and finish up my eyes and my lips, and then we're going to talk about what I think about this palette. I finished up my eye look, I lined, I applied my mascara. I forgot in the video to highlight the brow bone, and as I've said in previous videos, I've been using this Wet n Wild Brulee as my highlight. I like a matte highlight now and not a shimmery one. What I want to really say is that the shadows in the palette, they're beautiful. I will say that. They come out nicely when you finish the look. They look really pretty, but the shadows are inconsistent. And when I say inconsistent, I mean, just the other day when I did this look, I had to really work at the shadows to get them to show any pigment whatsoever. But today, all of a sudden, this purple showed up really, really well. And yeah, I mean, it was really strange that that one showed up really, really well as this. So I think there is an inconsistency in the formula in these particular shades. I have to say, yes, they do create a beautiful look. This is a great palette for someone who is like maybe a beginner and just starting in shadows. See, the look I created today is just a little bit darker in shade with that outer corner shade than it was in my previous picture on Instagram. I really did trash this collab and the idea of this palette. I mean, okay, they are pretty colors. I'm not going to deny that. The one thing though that I saw was one of the suggestions was if you want the shadows to be more intense, to use them wet, like use a setting spray or water or whatever you use on your eye. First of all, if a shadow is a good shadow, you should not have to use any kind of a spray or water or anything like that to get the shade to show up on your eye. The sign of a good quality shadow is that it will perform with or without water. You just use the water to make them more intense. I don't know how well these would hold up under a cut crease. There was quite a bit of fallout. I can see it. Yeah, there's a bunch of fallout like right here. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but I can see it, and it is really annoying. And it is that pink shade, that pink purple shade, this one right here, mostly this one. So that I'm seeing, and I just rubbed it, and I think you can see it right here. There was a lot of fallout. I do like the shades a lot. I'm really enjoying this one. This one has like another one has a bluish undertone. I'm going to swatch that one and I'll show you. Like, see, it doesn't really show up on my finger that well. I'm going to swatch it. Yeah, and that purple one too. But those are the two shades right there. This is the one, this right here is that grayish one, and that's that purple. And see how well that came out? I'm going to swatch that deeper one, and you can see that's how it came on my hand. And on my arm, the swatch did not show up as well as it did on my eye. That's what I mean about these shades being completely inconsistent. I've played with this palette quite a few times already, and I'm gonna have to play with it even further. This shade here, like looking at it right here, it looks like it's hit hard pan already, which I've only used it maybe 3 or 4 times. I should not have hit hard pan, and my brushes were clean when I dipped them into the shade. So I don't know if this is a palette that you would be interested in. They do still have it available, the entire collab, on the Ipsy website if you are part of Ipsy. I don't know if you can purchase these separate if you're not on Ipsy. I don't know. I've never attempted to make any kind of a purchase when I was not a member of Ipsy. And these are my final thoughts on this, you know, my opinion on it. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I always leave that information in the description box below so you guys can go take a look if you wish to follow me. Let me know what you think of this look. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a pretty fall look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, please do so you will be notified when I upload new videos. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, guys? Bye.